Is this the beginning of the end for the West? They say that every 100 years, there is a change of world power. It used to be the British, today it's the United States. The question is, what's next? And here's why Afghanistan matters. We are all seeing the horrible videos coming from Afghanistan. There is a complete chaos in Kabul. People are trying to escape the country. The Taliban era is bad news to the Afghans, but especially to the Christians, who will now be forbidden from practicing their faith in public or even face death because most of them are converts. And of course, not to talk about women's rights under the Taliban. History is repeating itself. The same thing that happened in Vietnam and Iran is now happening in Kabul. The Taliban spokesperson just announced that all US troops must leave Afghanistan by September 11, and obviously you know why they picked this date. But let's zoom out from this chaos for a minute. The fall of Afghanistan is bad news not just to their country, but to your country, to my country, to humanity. The West lost this battle while radicalism won. Right after it happened, the Islamic Jihad in Gaza fired a rocket on Israel. Hamas's leader spoke with the Taliban leadership to congratulate them. Qatar, Iran, and China are also very happy with the Taliban's victory. China said that they are ready to recognize the Taliban as a sovereign government. And speaking of China, they also threatened Taiwan, a good friend to the West, by saying that the fall of Afghanistan is an omen to what will happen to Taiwan if the US abandons it. But by the way, did you notice how China and Pakistan never evacuated their embassies from Kabul? The West is retreating while the East is rising. Even countries who are friendly to the United States are now in fear of abandonment. And that could play into the hands of America's enemies, who could come with counteroffers. And that's worrying. We are witnessing the war of dominance between the West and the East. Wherever the West is abstained, the East is there, whether it's building parliaments for Africa to mark their dominance or ports around the world. This is a war of dominance, and Afghanistan is sadly an example to that. But there is a country in the East that we should support, and we should help them rise, and it's India. India is the largest democracy in the world. Definitely a friend not just to us here in Israel, but to America and the West. But the key here is that India is a democracy. In the face of rising powers in the East and all over the world, we should side with the East's largest democracy, India, as India, a huge country, can be trusted. Because whether we like it or not, history is repeating itself. Countries rise to power and countries lose power. I hope that it is not the end, but it certainly feels like the end times.